we've already got, in the hours before things even got rolling officially, we had one of our top players who entered the portal or declared to enter the portal already announce their commitment. That's because he's a grad transfer. He is Cal running back Jaydn Ott. One of the immediately hit the portal, one of the top running backs in the country, one of the top players, and he has already landed at Oklahoma. Now, if Tom, you're looking a little bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, my man wrote a column on this at like midnight last night. Yeah. Let's go. Midnight transfer portal columns in mid-April. Yeah, let's go. Okay. So let's take the piece that we know and then we'll expand it, because I think that the transfer portal conversation will get a little wandering as we just start tossing out names, tossing out schools. But there's some focus here. Very good player, program heading into a very important season for Brent Venables. What'd you make of the move?
I don't know. I have to reread my column because I don't remember anything I said. Let's see. I think, listen, Oklahoma, I mean, Jaydn Ott is a big name. Jaydn Ott was very good a couple years ago. Last year, he was dealing with injuries, did not have nearly the same kind of success on the field as he did in 2023, but he's a very talented player. He was a 4-star recruit out of high school. We saw the potential and the flashes during his first couple of years at Cal. He joins John Mateer, which I think together, based on the kind of offense you're likely to run with John Mateer as your quarterback, Mateer and Ott as a duo in the backfield could lead to quite a bit of fun. But if you look at Oklahoma last year, like, they had talented running backs. Like, the talent that they had wasn't a problem. And they've been extremely active in the portal this year and also on the sideline and bringing in Ben Arbuckle to be their offensive coordinator. But their offense was terrible last season. And their offense wasn't terrible because of Jackson Arnold. It wasn't terrible just because all the receivers were hurt all season long. It certainly wasn't terrible because of the talented running back. It was terrible because the offensive line was god-awful. Like, it was bad to start the season, and I remember in the preseason my thought was, well, Bill Biedenbaugh is the offensive line coach. He's one of the best in the world.
He'll fix it.
They'll get it going as the season wears on. They never did. Like, you look at Texas entering the SEC compared to Oklahoma entering the SEC, one was prepared for life in the trenches, one wasn't. And we saw in the results which one was which. Now, I think that Ott is great. I think he's a very exciting addition, and I think he's going to be a good player for the Sooners. But I think the more important addition in that transfer portal yesterday wasn't even Ott. It was the offensive lineman they got from Stanford. He's the third offensive lineman they've gotten in the portal this offseason. They clearly understand that they have to overhaul their offensive line. The top 2 recruits in their 2025 recruiting class, including a 5-star, are offensive linemen. I don't know if those 2 kids will be immediate contributors. Freshman offensive linemen typically aren't, although 5-stars sometimes have a decent chance if they're large enough. But it's clear Oklahoma understands that even with all the changes they've made, if the offensive line isn't better, and it was horrible last year. I mean, the PFF grades back it up, your eyes back it up, everything backs it up. Unless that takes a significant step forward, it's hard to imagine they will be that much better, even with the changes at quarterback and running back and at wide receiver. So to me, Ott is the name. Mateer is the bigger name. They're going to get all the attention. They won't have the biggest impact on whether Oklahoma's offense is any good.
Agree to a point. I mean, quarterback's the most important position in the game. Let's be real. But I think it's a compilation of everything. So what I like about what Oklahoma's doing is they are addressing, like, in the NFL, when we do free agent needs, it's like that's the first stories that are written are, what does this team need? And we're going to start seeing those in college football as well. And if you had Oklahoma, the defense was pretty good, right? So they've only added a couple players on the defensive side of the ball. Marvin Jones Jr. comes in from Florida State, a couple others. But what were they poor at? Remember, the receiving room was all, remember, it was banged up. They had hardly anybody available. The run game was awful, as you mentioned. Quarterback play was suspect. Like, so they addressed all of these offensive line, as you mentioned. So, like, from a standpoint of addressing your needs, I think Oklahoma's done a really solid job of addressing those this offseason. Now we get to judge Jim Nagy, who's their new general manager. How did they do at scouting those positions and getting the best available players, to come fill those needs, which I think are all really solid on paper, but how does it fit together in year one? But I think Oklahoma's addressed a lot of their weaknesses that they had last year, and that should be a good thing. And one thing I think why Oklahoma should be excited about, potentially making a step forward next season.
If you look at that page that we're putting on the screen, it's like it's clearly Oklahoma had a thing for former Pac-12 schools because it's Cal, Stanford, Cal, Washington State. They've got 2 offensive linemen from Stafford. By the way, that McCooley kid, the other offensive lineman they got yesterday, fun fact, played in high school with current Oklahoma running back Gavin Sawchuk.
Yeah, I was going to say you've got the Cal connection too, which made it very easy to get to Jaydn Ott when you already had was it Josiah Matthews, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the wide receiver. There is, when you're loading up your transfer portal class with Cal, Stanford, and Washington State, it's a little Costco. I mean, we've got some Kirkland boys energy that's going on right here. You know, you're getting some specials with your membership here to go and shop. And that's like it, when you need to restock at a lot of positions and you need to get the whole pantry filled up with 2 months worth of cereal, Costco is where we're going. So Gold Circle Club, let's go. Oklahoma going out there. Also, other side of this, not great for what has already been just sort of a sliding scale of departures and bad news for Cal football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Ron Rivera's got a lot of work to do.